It's the Neighbors Podcast with Reese and Mike. They discussing different issues that affect our streets and life. Said it's the Neighbors. We the Neighbors. Yeah.
Hey y'all, thank you very much for tuning in today.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
So I think I need to put my co-host in a rehab.
Here we go again.
I think he needs to go to rehab.
You know what? I do. I really do.
I think he needs to go to rehab, y'all. I really do. We're sitting here recording. Before we recorded, he's talking about his addiction. In between recordings, he's talking about their addiction. You know, he has this. He shares this addiction with people that he shares blood with. He's trying to recruit me to this addiction. I don't know why. I don't understand what it is. Oh, I don't get it. I don't understand why.
Man.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why.
I don't even understand. Oh, my.
So before we get into what this addiction is, I want to know how many of you have an addiction that does not hurt you. So what I mean by that is, you know, we're not talking about drugs or alcohol.
Right.
Like, we're not talking about that.
Right.
You know, those are serious, and we're not going to laugh about that.
Right.
You get what I mean?
We talking about addictions like sneakers, women women with their pocketbooks,
Right.
perfume, etc.,
Right.
stuff like that.
You know, I had an aunt who said her addiction was buying pens, meaning writing pens, which I thought that was interesting. Another aunt who talked about her addiction was teddy bears.
Yeah, stuffed animals.
You know,
yeah.
so the thing is that yes, I'm a techie. I'm a techie person.
Yes, sir. You are.
You know, I'm a techie person, and I like gadgets and stuff like that.
Yep, biggest T in the world.
You know, and the reality is, you know, I'm a techie person, but I probably like my Transformers more.
Right.
I got Transformers everywhere. Now y'all don't see them. I mean, my wife made me clean them up, but over the weekend when we were cleaning out the garage, I didn't realize I had so many storage bins with toys in it.
Yo, every time I see you talking about them, like, what I'm gonna do, man?
But here's the thing, though. I don't think my addiction is as big as Mike's. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know why? He has so much stuff that he can just give away $1,000 product. Easy. Because the addiction is just so much.
Yeah.
What it does, it gives him an excuse to get something else.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And I keep saying to him, like, yo, you know, you need to write a book about it. You need to do a YouTube channel on it, whatever else. Like, we talk about, again, our favorite social media platform,
YouTube. Yep.
You know, where we talk about, or because I'm into it too. You know, I'm into home renovation, whatever else, and I didn't realize how expensive.
Yeah, it can get.
It can really get.
It can really get. Yes, sir.
Even to the point of where which I was shocked that I bought something before he did. So, we're talking about home entertainment products. Yeah. Now, I have to admit, because of pandemic,
yes,
let's say pandemic first.
Yep.
You know, pandemic, it, you know, when you couldn't go outside,
right?
You get to stay home and enjoy
right,
what you have.
Right, your comfort of your home.
Right.
Right.
And you pay attention to what the movie theaters are doing.
Right.
You know, they're trying to make it almost feel like you're at home.
Yep. That's when they start streaming everything on HBO Max.
Right.
Amazon, whatever streaming platform that is.
Right.
Right.
You know, so you think about how comfortable the movie theaters have become now with them doing a dine-in thing. And,
right.
You know, again,
right.
trying to give you that at-home feel.
Right.
You know, your chairs can recline, you know, all that type of stuff. Well, but it's still not the same. To me, I mean, now here's the flip side of that. The flip side of that is you just don't get the experience that you get with being outside with other people, though.
You can always invite people over.
You can, but sometimes though, some people are just so hilarious. Their comments, you get me commenting.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
you get what I mean?
Right, right.
You know,
this is true.
But I have to say that first let me backtrack because I say I bought a piece of equipment before he did. I was already into Roku.
Right.
I was already doing Fire Stick. And then my uncle had talked about his Apple TV. And so he started talking about how he takes his Apple TV. He's in the service, so he takes his Apple TV with him, there, hotels, all that type of stuff, trainings, whatever else. So he talked about how he takes his Apple TV and it connects. It hasn't failed him.
Right.
So he has one for actual home. That's the newer version, but a real old one that he takes traveling.
Wow. Okay.
One of the first gen or second gen Apple TVs, right?
Okay.
And so, and because he never has to log back in,
right?
He just has to find the Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And I was like, and he said because it's not taking up his computer because he got to do work on his computer,
right?
Right. So he gets to use the hotel TV.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, like
damn, that's a good idea.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry about that. I didn't. But he was just saying his thought was, you see how small the Apple TV is.
Yeah.
It fits right in your bag, your pocket, or whatever. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space.
Wonder you can use the Wi-Fi hotspot off your phone.
Yeah, you probably can. You should be able to. So
if you go camping and all that,
right?
Oh.
So yeah, that's his whole thing is portability.
Right.
Portability. So if you're able to do that, find some type of way to get power to it, you're in. So when I had gotten it, I had told Mike, yo, dude, this thing is nice.
Right.
It's nice. Upscaling everything. It looked really nice. It was nice and fast. I liked it better than I liked it better than the Fire Stick for speed.
Right.
And then because the Roku was just super slow.
Right.
It just seemed like it was always slow.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. And then and the only reason why I didn't want to get the Apple TV because everything else I have is Apple.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was trying not to be in the what they call the ecosystem.
Right.
But guess what?
It sucked you right in.
I had no choice.
You had a choice.
Yeah, I had no choice.
You know what? I agree with you on that one. Man.
But I have to say that Mike is really he has enlightened me and paying attention to because I've been paying attention to all these sound places, sound videos. I'm like, yo, these speakers are expensive.
Yeah. I've seen some speakers on the YouTube. It was like it's a house, $100,000, like $130,000 just for 2 speakers,
dude.
And I forgot what country they from. I think it's from Sweden, something like that.
Okay.
And it's crazy. The speakers like for cows, they can run you. It's man, it's just crazy how much money you can spend on a system. It's like no limit on pricing of how much money you can spend.
Right.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm starting all over again. I feel like I'm a rookie. But I've been in the home theater for like decades, years. And I was starting Crutchfield back in the 70s. We used to get the Crutchfield magazine sent to the house. And my father, like, all right, I was in it like when the stereo VCRs came out. Then the laser disc, it was a wrap.
Right.
The big old laser disc sounds of the album. After that, it was a wrap. And it's like, man, it's like you can, like you say, you can always upgrade. And this thing is, that's why I got this itch now. It's a bad disease, man.
So, if you need anything, talk to Mike. He'll point you in the right way.
I'll put you in the right way. Yes.
You talking about he might as well just get a job at Crutchfield. I'm gonna be honest. Crutchfield, Best Buy, something.
Please, I know more than Best Buy does. Especially my, it's a family hobby. My youngest brother is into it. And he's deep into it because everything. He stay on YouTube, our favorite channel. Once again, he's another one. Stay on our favorite channel, and he streamed like, "Yo, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but it just is. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, in my living room, I tell you, I ain't gonna be scared. My home theater system, I got 12 speakers in my living room. 12.
Can y'all imagine that? Can y'all imagine 12 speakers? Now, see, when I hear 12 speakers, I think loudness. Now, looking at these videos, it's not necessarily loudness.
Right.
It's all about clarity.
Clarity, yep.
And you don't have to turn it up to hear it.
Exactly, to enjoy it.
Right. And it's all about being immersed.
Right, correct.
So now here's a flip side. He's into that part of immersion where I'm probably more into the lights being immersion.
Right.
So
Okay,
I have the Go-V light behind the TV. So when part of the screen is blue and the other part is purple, like I have the lights that look like, you get what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So let me watch let me geek out for a second. I like Dragon Ball Z movies.
There ain't no wrong with that.
So having those lights flashing and moving with that individual, things like that, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, discotheque. Yeah, I understand.
But then imagine you have that along with the sound.
With the sound, right? This is true.
You get what I mean?
Right.
So that's the part that I think creates the immersion.
Right.
Because if you think about it, movie theater wise, the screen is bright, but I always wonder because when they turn off the lights, there's always some type of mood light in a theater. The lights are not always off 100%.
No, it's like basically dim.
Right.
It's a dim.
Well, the question is, for me, has always been when stuff is going on the screen, are the lights still responding to that? Because it had to be on that level before we even got it at home. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, but I don't know because basically how big as that screen is, all that light coming from that screen, it's kind of hard to tell.
Right.
To be honest.
Right.
And you basically focused on that big screen, see what's going on. Oh man, damn.
Right.
You say, oh man, damn.
Right.
Is that light flickering?
Right.
Oh, okay. Hey, look. It's kind of hard to tell because, like I said, the massive screen that the movie theaters have, it's kind of hard to see.
Right.
But it's.
But so why 12 though? You couldn't do like 8.
You can do 8. Look, you can do from 2.1. 3.1, 5.1, 7.1, 11.1, 13.1.
Now.
No, one is really the subwoofer, but they got one you can have multi subwoofers.
Wait. So here again, I'm gonna give you a number. Explain it to the people, right?
Okay.
Because here again, I didn't understand it.
Okay.
Until I started looking at these videos. I'm like, yo, what the heck is a system that's 9.2.4?
Gotcha. Okay.
So what is that?
9.2.4 is 9 bed layer speakers. You got the towers, the front speaker, one tower, the center channel speaker, the left. All right, let's rephrase that. You got the left speaker, the center channel speaker, the right speaker. Then you got the side surrounds, left and right. Then you got your back surrounds, left and right. And or you can have the wides in between the side surrounds and the front speaker. They call it wides. Now, what you say, the 2?
Yeah.
That's the subwoofers. 2 speaker subwoofers for your bass.
Right.
The 4 speakers, they could be your Atmos and your ceiling or height speakers up on the wall.
So again, that's how deep that thing is.
Yes,
I didn't realize it was that deep.
it's that deep. I mean, they got a system you could have like 9.4.6.
Dude. I mean, I didn't understand why you would have so many subs.
Right, but you want that bass fill the room, not just for one area. The bass to fill the room.
Well, here's what I didn't know, in listening to that or getting into that,
Mm-hmm.
having each bass at a different frequency. I had seen some videos where they were having them hitting different frequencies.
Okay,
Because every bass doesn't hit the same frequency,
right?
Either.
That's why you talking about what they have the mini DSP.
I guess.
Yeah. They
Okay.
just plug it up, little small box.
Okay.
They plug the subwoofers up to it and plug it to the receiver. But the thing is, to collaborate that, you got to have with the mic and the laptop.
Right. Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
we're talking
Right.
about.
Right.
Yeah, me and my youngest brother was talking about that too.
And I'm like, yo, like, and so that's why when I listened to Mike talk about it, I was like, man, listen, that's a rabbit hole.
Man, please, you in
That's
that
a-
rabbit hole too. I mean, we try. Slap me all the time. Sure.
Yo, I mean, because when you're looking at something, you really want to enjoy it.
Right. Exactly. No
You
matter
know,
what it is. It can
right.
be like especially action packed, drama,
Right.
or Marvel, whatever,
Right.
even comedy. But Godzilla movies and all that, and you hear that Ron, you hear that bass,
Right. Right.
You like, dang.
Right.
Right. So it's boy, it's a disease. It's a disease.
So he's out looking for new recruits.
I mean, if you truly need help or setting up a nice home theater system, no matter what it is, I'll help you. No problem. I will help you. Trust me.
There was I like I said, I didn't know it was that deep.
It's man, it's deep. It's deeper than deep.
Yeah, I didn't realize how far it could go.
Right.
And even like for an example, even when I connected my Apple TV to my sound, I had my Apple TV to my sound. I got 3 of them in the house.
Okay.
One of them I have connected to my Apple Pod.
Gotcha.
My Apple speaker, which I love that speaker.
Right.
I love, as small as it is, great sound.
Right. Right.
Then I have it connected to my Samsung soundbar,
Gotcha.
which it's okay.
Right.
It's all right. But then I have it to my actual system.
Right.
And the sound is so amazing.
Yes. Yes.
It is so amazing.
Yes.
I didn't realize that the system itself, how much of a difference
How
it
much
makes.
it's totally different. You're right.
Right. So, and I've gone back. I've looked at some old movies and things.
That's
I'm
the
like,
crazy part. It
I'm
makes you
like-
go back and you're like, damn, I missed all this?
right? Yeah, you're like, wow, is
Yep.
that a cricket?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
you're like, wow, like I didn't hear that before. So no one says you have to go get, a 12.20 point,
Nah.
whatever. Like you ain't gotta be. I
Right.
mean, I've seen where they had the sub, and you and I talked about it. I didn't even know you could have a sub installed into a wall.
Install in the wall.
You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
I've seen so many different types of
Yep.
things and setups and things like that. Like it's crazy.
YouTube is dangerous, man.
It's crazy, and as Mike says all the time, you say all the time, you can go in real debt.
You can go real depth. Exactly.
You can.
Because I'm saying some people spend at least oh my God, it can start from 10,000 and up
Right.
and up,
Right.
and it's like I've seen people We talked about this the other day. They took storage sheds,
Right.
make it to a home theater room.
Man, listen. Yo, dude, and because I'm a techie, I look at, of course, home office type stuff.
Right.
And just the amazing things that they do with sheds.
With sheds, this don't make any sense.
So I used to laugh. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to laugh at that commercial, the insurance commercial where she the she shed.
Oh, the she shed, yeah. Yeah.
And you're like, yo, like, why is it so important? And you start looking at other videos and like, yo, it's just you're limited by your own imagination.
I see one guy. He actually added central air
Yes.
in his in the shed. He insulated everything. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, the theater seats, everything.
Man,
Everything.
I saw I didn't see Central Air as much as I seen mini splits.
Mini splits? Right.
Yeah, I seen mini splits.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what
and I've seen I like this one guy. I follow a lot of people that when they do home makeovers and they're vlogging stuff or whatever else, and they talk about how they upgrade their house, and it seemed like after they get their house to a certain point, now all of a sudden they're building on top of their sheds,
right.
expanding their sheds. Like, first of all, I'm like, where in the world do they live at? You get what I mean?
Right.
And then what do y'all do? How much
Right.
money do y'all really have?
Right.
And for y'all to have a whole home theater in the house,
In the house.
and then you turn around and duplicate it and triplicate it in your shed, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
And how much power is that? Where do you get electricity? So, but again, you're only limited by your imagination.
Yep. Your imagination can take you a long way.
And you got to think, and the other part is that I learned too, even though you don't have the money for it today, you got to plan for tomorrow.
You got to plan for the tomorrow. Yep.
Because once you run them wires, you might as well do the wires while you have everything open.
This is true. Yeah, that's what I did. Because I ran all my speaker wires underneath the floor.
Right.
So, man, oh man.
So, again, y'all need some help with just trying to find a way to entertain.
Hit us up.
It's crazy.
It's deeply crazy. But it's a beautiful thing, though. Once you sit down and watch it, like, yo, get your popcorn, your goobers, please.
One of the things we didn't get in touch, we didn't touch TVs. I think you can't really.
The TV wise, a lot of people I've seen now. You probably seen it too on YouTube. The short throw projectors.
I want one of those.
Oh man,
I really do. I just don't have no place to put it right now.
Yeah.
Right now,
you got to have it up against the wall.
Right,
it's facing the wall.
Right. But I want one of those.
Right.
I want I have a projector. I just don't have no place to put it.
Right.
But let alone a short throw one, which is I think is a little easier.
It's much easier instead of hanging up because some of the projectors you hang up off the ceiling.
Right.
Some of them suckers weigh 100 pounds.
Right. Yeah. I don't need that.
Shucks. That's a lot of wiring, but a short throw projector, bam, bam, boom.
Right.
There it is.
So I like that.
If I had a different setup like that, if I didn't get this OLED, I would have thought about getting a short throw projector.
Okay.
Because I see someone like the prices coming down.
Right, they are. They are.
And man.
Well, they're nice.
Nice.
And here's the thing. When you look at it, it doesn't even look like a projector.
Nope.
At all. I didn't know what it was at first.
Exactly.
I didn't know what it was at first. So one of the things that I'm really interested in, because Mike and we're always talking about, upgrading our living situation, if you will. I would love to have a place where not only do I have my theater, but I want an arcade in there too.
Yeah.
I've been looking at that too.
You seen that on YouTube too?
Yeah.
Man.
So how many of you out there are ready to explode, if you will, upgrade, just your own luxuries.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
You don't have to go out and spend, $100 to $150 just for you to watch a movie.
Right.
Let alone taking someone else out to movies.
Man, it's costly. It is costly.
Like, dude.
Like, especially, go the popcorn, the goobers, everything, hot dogs, all that. They can run you. Put it this way: a family of four, you can at least spend like $150
minimum.
Wow.
So unlike someone like myself who invests in voodoo,
you man, please, I'm right behind.
So the reality is, like over the weekend, Creed came out and Shazam came out, and they still in the movie theater.
You can pass them.
No, but I'm just using those as an example. Right. Like certain platforms brings the movie out so fast.
Right. Especially when like that the other day I watched on Amazon Beast.
Right.
That was all right. It's all right.
So if you just be patient.
Yep.
It'll be out soon.
Especially the movie ain't doing good in the theater. It's gonna be on there quick.
Right. So you go out. I didn't expect for Creed 3 to be out so fast. I didn't. I didn't, especially for it just to come out.
But you know what though? Shazam just came out and ain't
Right.
doing that.
Well, I think DC, man, they having problems.
They got that's what they say. It's the producers.
Yeah,
They
they having problems.
Right. Even the guy who was playing that Shazam, he said it.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Well,
man,
that's because they shutting everybody down. Like the guy's not Superman no more, and like people ain't coming back.
Yeah, but that guy they had the last couple. Well, Superman. I'm thinking about Batman. That last Batman was like, okay.
Well, look what they did with Batman. They had to come out with Michael Keaton.
Gotta go with old school.
You know,
Gotta bring the old school back. Now, what you call coming out soon?
who?
Flash.
Yes. Well, that one looks promising.
That's gonna be that's gonna have to be the lifesaver.
Yeah.
Because Shazam was corny, Batman was corny.
Right. So
I mean, come on, you gotta keep up with Marvel,
right.
because Ant-Man and Wasp Part 2.
Yeah, I gotta see. I want to see that. Was it Quantumanium? Oh, I haven't seen that. So
That'll be on Disney.
Yeah, it'll be out soon.
I'll be watching that, Jack.
You know, it'll be out soon. But I mean, all the other ones recently, been kind of to me. Doctor Strange. It was cool.
It was cool, right?
It was cool. Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man was probably the best.
Spider-Man was real good. Yeah, my daughter got me that one. I was shocked. It was real good.
Yeah.
But,
that was.
With Shazam,
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I ain't mean like the first Shazam.
Okay.
I mean, back in the day, Shazam. I'm like, when does Shazam? Back in the day, Billy Olsen used to be traveling around in the RV.
Right.
Not no foster home.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If they didn't give up Black Adam, because it's not coming back.
I see why.
Well, here I thought it would have been decent for him, Shazam, Superman,
But he didn't want that.
Well, DC didn't want that. Cause I mean, The Rock, he was doing stuff with Cavill, the Superman.
Right.
So they was getting ready to promote it. Can you imagine what that would have been like?
Collaborated, but nah, they ain't.
That would have been blockbuster.
Yes.
It would have been, because by the time you do them and you got Justice League and because Momoa, whatever his name is, he would have been big.
Right.
And then what's her name? Wonder Woman. You didn't need Batman in that. But by the time you put all them together,
right.
That DC was actually on track.
On track till they train derailed.
Right.
And they never got back on that track.
Nah.
Never.
So y'all, go ahead.
I said, I don't mean to cut you off. Like with the Batman movie, I'm like, when did Batman get a Mad Max car?
Right.
I mean, when he went to the junkyard, like, okay, yeah, hook this up. And I I understand it's dark. In the movie, it's dark, but it was too dark.
Right, yeah.
And gloomy. And then plus, it was too dragged out.
Right.
I like, you going to do some crime or a love story.
Right.
And then, like you said, they had to bring back old school Michael Keaton.
Yeah. That's because, they missing out.
They missing out.
They missing out. And they missing out because they thought that, what's his name, because of Twilight. Was it Twilight he was in? Was it Twilight or yeah, because he was a vampire. He was one of the vampires. So they thought maybe he would bring back some other magic, but he didn't do that well as Batman. And then Ben Affleck, I don't think he did that well as Batman either, in my opinion. So
yeah, it's like,
I mean, he was okay, but
he was okay. Yeah.
But I think that when you look at those things, especially the HBO version, the what's his name, the when the Justice League was in black and white, when they show all 4 hours. I can't think that version. And then you got the lights and you got the system.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
Now I didn't look at all 4 hours at one time. That was asinine. Like, I can't do that.
Right.
I think I did an hour and a half and then the rest or something like that.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
But those are the type of things, man. Again, this addiction is crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy, but it makes you feel happy. So be it.
Right.
So be it.
And it keeps you out of trouble.
It keeps you out of. Well. It keeps. I mean. Let's just say you'll get in trouble more than I will.
No, I'm just saying that it keeps you out of trouble
right.
of you know, you're not out there in the streets doing something crazy.
And I'm talking about trouble-wise, you know, spending.
Oh,
spending.
yeah, spending wise, yeah, that would be crazy right now. I mean, if y'all want to help support the hobby, of course, you know.
Right.
You know, y'all could buy it for me, and I can let you know how it works.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Do a little review like
I know.
like on our favorite channel.
Right. I mean, we'll do that if y'all want to send it to us.
We'll review it.
And we'll review it.
Yep.
I mean, but you know, Mike, because he's the one that got the system, he knows how to put it together, all that type of stuff. You know, share it with him.
Right. Man, I can't wait to do my brother's system. I'm so old, man.
You know, so yeah, y'all. You know, so thank y'all very much for listening to us today.
Always a pleasure.
And let us know what your addiction is.
Exactly.
And hopefully it's something fun.
Yeah.
Something that we can share.
We can share. Definitely share. All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right, y'all. Peace.
You are the agent and we look for change. You conquered the pressure and you did not fall, but you are a diamond and what's more than gold.